Easy. Dad?
Cruel, deviant, and indestructible, the Merc with the Mouth is far from your typical superhero. But whatever he lacks in morality, he makes up for in badassery. So for today's video, we'll be looking at top 10 most badass Deadpool scenes.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Number 10. Colossus's Lecture. Despite his frightening appearance and his hulking superpowers, Peter, aka Colossus, is a kind and gentle soul. With a shiny metal exterior, he basically serves as the noble knight who tries to lead Deadpool away from his immoral path. In the final showdown of the first movie, Deadpool manages to break Ajax's limbs and readies to shoot his head. But just as he was about to pull the trigger, Colossus butts in with his famous 4 to 5 moment speech. Ajax and Deadpool both give a look of exhaust and indifference as they listen to Colossus preach. But 50 seconds into his monologue, Deadpool straight up shoots Ajax point blank. Despite not being able to convince Deadpool, Colossus still deserves our admiration for being the lovable gentle giant that he is. Number 9. Slicing Bullets. You've seen in The Matrix how Neo just acrobatically dodges bullets. But why dodge it if you could just slash right through it? If there's anything Deadpool is good at besides pissing people off, it's probably using double swords. What makes Wade an effective killing machine is his ability to skewer his helpless victims while also using both his sword to deflect and slice through bullets. You'd see this in both the Deadpool movies as well as the 2009 X-Men origin films. In the second movie, we'll see a scene where Deadpool gets face to face with Cable. The two engage in a fistfight, and after a few quick leaps and throws, Cable manages to quick draw and catches Deadpool, the fool who brought knives to a gunfight. With nothing but maximum effort, Deadpool powers through the bullets, deflecting each and every bullet except half the bullets that he did not. But we do know when the talkative funny Merc reaches for his swords, well, you know things are about to get real. Number 8. Vanessa's Tragic End. Despite being seen as a relentless killing machine, we all know that Wade has a soft spot, especially for his girlfriend Vanessa. However, in Deadpool 2, things took a turn for the worst when an unsuspecting Deadpool and Vanessa were suddenly ambushed by a group of thugs. While the two lovebirds were chilling in their apartment, Wade's spidey senses suddenly tingled. And out of nowhere, a bunch of armed thugs burst through the door. Armed with nothing but a handful of knives, Wade goes through the thugs one by one until none are left, or so he thought. Unfortunately, one thug evaded Deadpool's cheese spreader knife and fires off a bullet. The cowardly thug flinched, and in doing so misses Wade but strikes Vanessa straight in the chest. The distraught Wade jumps out of the 5th floor window and chases the last thug. After catching up, he embraces the thug and forces him to the path of a moving truck which runs both of them over. Deadpool fans know him as the sardonic, vivacious mutant, but this particular scene was a real shocking tearjerker. You don't want to miss this. Number 7. Dopinder Cab Ride. As some superheroes rush to their specially built high-tech modern cars, Deadpool calls his favorite cab. Dopinder, a kind yet naive cab driver who lives in New York and easily befriends Deadpool, is one of the beloved characters in the movie. His unassuming face and contrasting wicked personality that shows itself in their hilarious conversations during cab rides is definitely spices of comedic relief from all the action. But they also have their touching moments, most notably when Dopinder shares his tragic love story and a sympathizing Deadpool encourages him to never surrender his love in a wicked Wade way. You won't believe what happened. Number 6. Deadpool vs. Ajax. A requirement in any superhero movie is an exciting, dramatic, and action-packed final standoff with a supervillain, and Deadpool's match with Ajax towards the end delivers it all, complete with the leading lady in distress. An obvious sword fight ensues between the two, both skillfully matching each other in close combat. At one point, Deadpool is disarmed while saving Vanessa, and Ajax eventually outmatches him. As our hero is about to be killed, surprise, surprise, Vanessa frees herself and attacks Ajax from behind. This gives Deadpool time to recover, and using the knife pierced in his head, Deadpool continues his fight with Ajax. From sword clash to fistfight, Ajax ends up in a bloody death. It's a satisfying, brutal fight scene that you won't want to miss. Number 5. Clash of the Titans. The final scene in Deadpool 2 is like a clash of the Titans. Two of the most hulking characters, Colossus and Juggernaut, fought against each other. The climax of Deadpool 2, wherein Colossus and Juggernaut went toe-to-toe, was one of the most anticipated parts of the movie. The audience finally got to see two huge powerhouses battle it out like superhero boxing. At first, Deadpool had to go at the Juggernaut, but was soon too injured to finish the fight. With some whimsical background music, here comes Colossus, like a knight in shining armor, here to defend Deadpool in distress. The scene had the element of thrill and humor, which definitely entertained viewers. Number 4. The X-Force auditions. In need of a little extra help, Deadpool holds an audition for the X-Force. The members include the Electric Field Distorter, Bedlam, the always better than you Shatterstar, Acid Spitter Zeitgeist, the latecomer Vanisher, Lucky Domino, and of course, the double diabetes-induced Peter. Unfortunately, Dopinder fails to make the cut, which leads to his obvious disappointment and frustration, especially since he was basically beaten by the Sugar Bear Peter. The team assembles to fight against Cable and rescue Russell Collins, but in a hilarious yet tragic turn of events, the team all end up dying while skydiving. Bedline smacks against a moving bus, Shatterstar gets shredded by a helicopter rotor, Vanisher, who was hilariously played by Brad Pitt, gets caught in the electrical lines. Zeitgeist lands in a wood chipper, but not before spitting acid on Sugar Bear Peter, who just ended up dissolving in the street. Number 3. Deadpool vs. Cable. With the entire team killed off during the drop, the X-Force sole survivors, Domino and Deadpool, make their way towards the target vehicle. They then race to catch up with the convoy carrying Russell Collins. The whole scene happens in the middle of the busy highway with Deadpool swerving through traffic in his wicked Wade ways and bursting right into the boxcar of a prisoner convoy truck. Domino gets to show off her powers of being lucky, which is still up for debate on whether or not it should be considered as an official superpower. A quick grappling session between Cable and Deadpool ensues, and leads to a few shots fired and some mutants killed. And to everyone's surprise, aside from Collins, it would seem that an even bigger monster was being transported in the convoy, the Juggernaut himself. You'll be surprised at what happens. Number 2. Hasty highway scene. Who would have forgotten about this scene? The highway fight scenes were practically what launched the movie to one of the top most anticipated films a few years back. It starts off with quirky Wade singing along to Salt and Peppa's Shoot while using a crayon to draw a very amateur cartoon of him kicking ass. He then goes full stuntman and drops right into a car, basically beats up everyone inside while asking if they've seen Francis Fanny Freeman, also known as Ajax. The car topples over and Deadpool gets surrounded by armed men. Here's when the badassery actually happens. Armed with only 12 bullets, the mutant starts counting down, delivering one-shot kills. In one epic scene, with a single bullet left, Deadpool flips through the air and fires the last shot with the bullet ripping through each of the 3 henchmen's heads. Francis finally shows up, but unfortunately gets away thanks to all-reliable Colossus. But thanks to that, we're treated to one of the goriest scenes of the movie while Wade pulls out a 127-hour move and just straight up cuts his own hand to escape Colossus. The entire span of the scene is just filled with epic kills, parkour exhibitions, and of course, a rich supply of puns and crass jokes, which is basically the entire movie. Are the scenes getting hotter already? Wait, there's more! Grab your popcorn and chairs, because we'll be seeing the most badass moment in Deadpool. Number 1. Deadpool's time travel. Yukio and Negasonic Teenage Warhead repaired and upgraded the Temporal Dial, a time-traveling device from the mutant cyborg Cable. Deadpool first uses the time travel device to go back to the beginning of the movie and save his girlfriend Vanessa from her tragic death, along with the thugs who entered their apartment. Then he goes a little further in time to the X-Force's unfortunate moment when they attempt to parachute onto the convoy carrying Russell, where he changed the scenario by stopping Peter from getting wiped out by an acidic vomit from Zeitgeist. Next, Deadpool goes ahead and makes some changes to his mistakes from the superhero movie world. He went back into the past, particularly in X-Men Origins, Wolverine. Deadpool hastily changed the Universal Plan version of the character. He killed Weapon 11, which is himself, before he could attack Wolverine. Deadpool then cleans up one other issue in the most uncanny joke in the movie. He travels into another time in the past and finds the real Ryan Reynolds reading and having the script for Green Lantern. He then said jokingly about letting Canada thank him for doing that. Rather than let Ryan Reynolds take part in another inappropriate movie about a superhero project, Deadpool killed the actor version of himself. It also ended up with a funny touch by having a scene when Adam Hitler was born. He may be as wicked as you can see, but this made Deadpool distinctively different from the other superheroes. How about you? What are your favorite Deadpool scenes? Feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe buttons. See you next time for more surprising videos.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.